What is up, everybody? I'm Nolex Given, and today we are going to be taking a look at the fixed Wonder Waddle, which you might have realized is still quite a powerful hero. And this game actually takes place on the previous patch, as you can currently see on your screen, but this is the game that got me Mythic for the month of September. And initially I wasn't even going to showcase this game. I thought that the video that I played for you guys last week, The Last Waddle, was a much better representation of the old Wonder Waddle. But I rewatched this footage because it is the game that got me Mythic this month, and I realized that part of the reason that this game was so unimpressive is because I actually never triple or double a level 3 animal. So I'm actually playing the new Wonder Waddle in this video, which I think in hindsight somewhat even makes it more impressive. And as you're going to see, and as I'm sure you've seen in your games both playing Wonder Waddle and playing against Wonder Waddle, it is still an extremely powerful hero, which is what I said in my patch notes review. I do think that Wonder Waddle is still here to stay and still going to be a very strong competitor for crowns in Storybook Brawl, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Wonder Waddle could do way too many things before, and he can still do most of them. You can still find blind mice, which are still very powerful. You can find golden chickens, which are really good for econ. You can find wizards familiars and other animals that just give you strong upgraded characters at the start of the game, and you can find polywoggles and other crazy things. You can burn through treasures, you can find Skip's puzzle rune. There's so much that Wonder Waddle can do. So still definitely a very powerful hero, and you're going to see that in this game. And then I'm also going to be showcasing another game that's going to have live commentary. That is from day 2 of the September monthly tournament. Wanted to showcase one of those games for you guys as well. So that'll be after this same video, because this game is a little bit on the shorter side. And part of the reason that we don't wind up picking up too many tier 3 animals in this one is because we find a pair of other tier 3s. We find a pair of vampires here, which is a little bit too tempting on 3.0 to not go for. So I'm going to wind up picking up both of these vampires and then locking onto Polywoggle, because Polywoggle is also an animal that Wonder Waddle can take advantage of. So definitely happy to lock onto that. I cycle through the Sherwood Shore Shot as well. I think I said that, but in case I didn't. And yeah, we'll see what different avenues we can pursue in this one. Gonna crack one of my opponent's eggs. Still feels pretty good. They were potentially waiting to hold on to some eggs or something like that. And then we are finally going to make use of our Wonder Waddle hero power. So I will pick up a Polywoggle. And I'll be honest, I don't remember all of the details from this game. I only went back and watched it once, but this was over a week ago now at this point. But I wind up doubling up on a Polywoggle and then my Wizard's Familiar. And from there, I take Bounty Board. One, because Bounty Board is just a really powerful treasure, and I think that that is also part of the strength of Wonder Waddle now. Wonder Waddle in the past has been used, I know, like last December when Copy Boy was a big strategy. Wonder Waddle was a really strong hero just because you could more easily find Boots and Crown of Atlas. And right now Bounty Board is a really good tier 2 treasure, and you can find it easier on Wonder Waddle. So it's definitely good to take advantage of that. That only gives us 1 bonus gold from this combat, but we do have these vampires as well. We could also pick up a Shadow Assassin and an Ogre Princess here, and just continue to have good effects from those. But since we are on 3.2, I did want to roll and try to find some level 2 and level 3 animals again, because this is the old Wonder Waddle, so that's partially why I picked up this stag here. But it is still going to be a reasonable unit for us. It'll pump up our vampires, which will let us continue to be strong. And then we're just playing this upgraded monster book that we got from our Polywoggles. Not super impressive just yet. It's only going to be able to cast Falling Stars and Earthquake this turn, which is still good. But most importantly is it's going to be able to give +4/+4 to our backline Wizards Familiar, and that's still definitely a strength of Wonder Waddle, just being able to play more mages in general, even if you have a little bit of a tougher time finding Crystal Ball. Monster Book takes out half of the egg so that Stag can finish it off, and then Vampire gets to get some slaying in, so that's pretty nice. We walk away with 2 bonus gold from this turn, and because we have the Monster Book, I think I like this Wizard's Familiar. I also kind of like, well, a Spellweaver is here too. I don't hate picking up the other thing there. Never mind. There's too much going on. I got to pay attention to this because we triple the Vampire, and that's going to give us Treasure Map. The Nutcracker is what I meant to say. Let me actually just rewind and talk over some of these decisions. So we are going to pick up the Spellweaver, and then I pick up the Vampire second in case we find Treasure Map, and when there's no real fabulous treasures there, I just wind up skipping on it. We could have replaced the Heart with something, but I was pretty sure I'd pick up a tier 3 treasure that I'd want from the Vampire, and the way that the economy worked out, I basically had to skip that treasure or sell off the golden chicken this turn. Maybe it could have been fine to just take the treasure, sell the golden chicken, pick up both of these crafties. I think that definitely could have been a route that we took this, but regardless, we're just going to go with this. And now I'm actually deliberately only looking to pick up blind mice. I mean, I'll take a Stag if that's what it comes to, but one of the ways that you can get ahead on Wonder Waddle still is Treasure Map, and then more easily grabbing a tier 4, which is then a tier 6 treasure with the blind mice. So that is definitely the goal from here. Could take the Stag and grab a tier 5, could even still take Wizard's Familiar and grab like a fork or something. But I am just going to keep on rolling, roll past this pig, roll past this Polywoggle, and see if we can't find something even better to do with our turn. I wind up picking up another golden chicken, and then we find ourselves with a tier 6 treasure. And Embiggening Stone, especially this early in the game, but generally whenever, Embiggening Stone is quite good. And once you have an Embiggening Stone, you are very incentivized to basically sell off everything that you've already made this game and make brand new things. So for that reason, I sell off a little bit of my backline and just pick up 2 12-14 ranged units. Quite good. Could even sell off this blind mouse to pick up 4 glory. Seems fine. But yeah, it's funny, like if I were to find an unupgraded Vampire, it's the same size as my upgraded Vampire that is slayed multiple times. So very quickly, it's just worth it to replace your entire board when you wind up finding yourselves with an Embiggening Stone, which I think Wonder Waddle is one of the most common Embiggening Stoning heroes. We could even still get away with a Brave Princess at this stage of the game. Don't really think I'll go for it, but monsters are still good, including Friendly Spirit and Mummy, and at this point I am going to buy some XP as well. I think that once you have done something with Wonder Waddle, once you figure out what you're doing, be it Crystal Ball or Embiggening Stone or some other tier 6 treasure, that's the point at which you want to buy XP. And sometimes that something is just Skip's Puzzle Rune, which is of course XP in of itself. I wound up picking up Lightning Dragon here just because I felt like a 2011 Lightning Dragon was pretty big. Though I do think that there is also a huge case for the 9 Sea Terror in this shop and the Greedy. Both of those would be pretty good. We are playing up against the lobby leader, so maybe I don't want to be too greedy just yet. But these are definitely things that I want to consider picking up. Lightning Dragon gonna get a 4-for-1 against this opponent, maybe even more than that. Yeah, winds up trading with the Queen of Hearts and 3 other of my opponent's units. So really, really insane stuff. Just wind up picking up the 9 Sea Terror after that, and then I pick up another Polywoggle because it's got +10/+10, so might as well. I'd really love to find another Polywoggle in the next turn or two, or another 9 Sea Terror, so I don't wind up caring about another lightning dragon, we can find basically any other characters. And part of the reason that I was interested in this lightning dragon is because we do have bounty board, so that would be something to kind of take to the end of the game. But then I see feasting dragon and I'm realizing like almost anything actually works with what we've got going on. So it doesn't really matter what we do. I'm going to wind up picking up another feasting dragon and throwing that in. Maybe I should still be playing my Wizard's Familiar because it is quite a large character. It's also kind of hard to go wrong when we're this far ahead, but it would deal more damage to my opponent, so that's definitely something to consider over just like the scaling of the Vampire or the strength of the Mummy, just playing a larger unit. But it works out. Lightning Dragon takes out my opponent's copycatted unit. Feasting Dragon's still going to slay. Oh, I guess that's why I'm still playing the Vampire. It's greed for gold. So never mind. I like that decision now. That seems pretty cool. We can pick up a friendly spirit here with the +10/+10. That's pretty big. It's actually got more than that now because of the feasting dragon as well. But I really want Polywoggle this turn, so I'd really love to grab that online. I also kind of like the fact that Lancelot is a 20/20 that is really, really close to activating. So I kind of want that. I'm going to wind up picking that one up too. And it slays as well. Like I said, it's already bigger than Vampire, so definitely a consideration there. And then I find a River Wish Mermaid. And that's pretty good. I'll have to sell a few things if I want to get it in this turn. But I think I do want to get it in this turn. It does seem quite strong. And I think I'm just going to sell this, my bench, for the River Wish Mermaid right now. And get that in there. It's going to be extra econ, and that's just going to continue to allow me to be very powerful. We're not tripling up on this Polywoggle. It seems a little bit crazy that all of our units are coming in and out so fast, but that's basically how I wind up playing Embiggening Stone a decent portion of the time, and I think that this is still a very, very strong game for us. Polywoggle is going to be big enough to just get a slay just by virtue of being a +10/+10 unit, and we do wind up taking a little bit of damage, but I still think that we are quite strong and doing pretty good. We've got River Wish Mermaid now to potentially grab a higher treasure. Gumblegore is going to allow Lancelot to grab a higher treasure, and then we could even still grab treasures off Nigh and Sea Terror and the Blind Mouse. So a lot of different angles we're still pursuing here. And then we find Jormungand. So that's already the direction that we were building into because we found that early bounty board, which is, again, definitely something that Wonder Waddle can still do. And yeah, I think that this is a definite case for a new take on this new hero that you're going to see play out a lot. If you can find an early horn or /and an early bounty board, this is definitely where you're going to want to go into with Wonder Waddle. So these lightning dragons, and then also we found an early Embiggening Stone. Let's not forget about that part. Pigomorph takes out our feasting dragon, but our lightning dragons still make a bunch of work. We aren't going to battle through this happy little tree. That is quite a powerful character, but we clear up everything else on my opponent's side of the board and even give an honest shot towards taking out the tree. We would have needed to have scammed that, but now we get to pick up an upgraded Jormungand via Hand of Midas. Pretty insane stuff. We can cut this Boom Hilda if we are able to find a Baba Yaga, and we also see a Princess P in the shop, which is not bad, and I wind up picking that one up too. It does work out pretty well with River Wish Mermaids, so it'll get a bunch of slaying and stuff like that. And if we can triple this River Wish Mermaid and find Horn of Olympus, all right, not quite going to be able to, but would have been really sweet. I think we probably just take Krampus's Slay here. It's probably the same amount of gold as anything else would have been. And then we kind of have a tough board to puzzle out here because I want these Lightning Dragon slaying, and I think the answer is to just play a backline Jormungand and not have the Princess P be slaying, but I don't know. Could be wrong on that. It's definitely going to work out okay in that the Lightning Dragons get to take out some of my opponent's characters before Good Boy goes off, so that's really nice. And we get to steal a Pandora's box, so that's pretty nice as well. That's how that interaction works. If you didn't know, by the way, you steal the box, not what the box turns into. Could honestly still play Polywoggle at this point in the game, but not going to worry about that. I will be picking up a Baba Yaga here, and then adding a Jormungand back onto the board, and Princess P now just pumping up some random characters. I would love to get this Princess P supported by the River Wish Mermaid, but I think that this is also a pretty good way to play this board, because now the Princess P is just giving you a bunch of stats, and there's not actually that many turns left in the game. So what I decide to do here is Pigomorph my current opponent. That way we win this combat. And I do think about just buying the good boy right here, but I don't really want to sell anything. I could have sold Boomhilda. I think that's definitely a possibility, but I ultimately just decide to go for Pigomorph and lock onto Good Boy, with the idea being that there's so many different things this Pandora's box can crack into that will make me happy that we then have access to Good Boy. We are going to wind up slaying with our Lightning Dragon, but it's not enough, as my opponent's Medusas are quite powerful, but the Pigomorph might have actually helped us take out the Pan Shadow there, because it was a really close combat. And now we're on the final combat of the game, and we grab a Wand, which is not exactly what I was looking for, but it's still something. It is going to give Good Boy more stats, but I didn't feel like I was particularly interested in that. I'm just going to let that roll on by. And I think here's where I realized that, yeah, I should just be playing more River Wish Mermaids. That's going to allow the Lightning Dragon to now slay twice, and it also could potentially allow the Princess P to slay. And then I throw Baba Yaga back in on the last support slot. That's actually just better. And then I wind up skipping this treasure. Definitely would have taken a Boots at this point in the game, but don't see anything else that I want. And then we are just rolling down, and we're actually playing up against this Muerte has transformed, but this is the Hatball Pandora's box player that we were just up against, and they found a magic sword to go with their upgraded Good Boy. So unfortunately, they are going to kill us, but that is enough to get me Mythic for the month. And like I said, I wanted to take a look at one more game in this video as we wait for this Mythic indicator to load up here. It was a little slow after the game, but this is going to be a game from day 2 of the September tournament with live commentary. I felt this was my best game for the day 2 portion of the event, so did want to showcase that to you guys, and I figured this would be a good place to do it as we talk about the new yet still extremely powerful Wonder Waddle. Alrighty, let's finish strong with a strong hero. Wonder Waddle is that strong hero. Not gonna go for Peter Pants today. I know that I went for Pants yesterday when I was just trying to play some strong tempo, but I'm not gonna turn down a Wonder Waddle or a Pied Piper or a Snow Angel ever. We're gonna take Wonder Waddle and we're gonna win the dang thing. Still definite chances to make it to top 64. It would be poetic to use Peter Pants to get the Super Pan hero skin, but I'm happy to do that with Wonder Waddle as well. And I think it's definitely still possible. I haven't done the math or anything, but math is for nerds. Let's just win some Storybook Brawl. Definitely locking onto a Kitty Cup Purse pair and grabbing our first treasure. Excuse me. I'm not sure from there, will I skip the treasure? Will I Wizard's Familiar? Will I just magic research on the Kitty Cup Purse for a big golden fusion at the start of the game? I think that will probably be the play, to just take a treasure so that way we have access to Skip's Puzzle Rune. Wowie zowie, that's a Loki. And then cast magic research to grab a little bit more of a chance to slay. Though none of these treasures are super exciting. I think an early Fairy Tale is still pretty great. And from here, it's kind of a no-brainer to just magic research. Maybe we take even more damage, but if we do, we'll start to turn some things around next turn, and I'm okay with that. I don't think I want to lock onto Baby Dragon. It's definitely, there's some potential for it, but I'd at least like the chance to find some Blind Mice next turn, and for that I think we don't lock. Plan is to just buy 3 units next turn, even if we do slay. Or I guess if we don't slay, I won't be doing that. Yep, we won't be doing that. Fair enough. We're 50-50 to get her done there. Sure, I'll roll the die. Seems reasonable enough, and then we'll buy another kitty cut purse to just continue these, and now some boots to continue to kitty is definitely fun. Locked chest, I have brought this up. Locked chest now one of the few ways that you can find ball on Wonder Waddle, so it too is tempting. However, I've never really loved locked chest on Wonder Waddle, and I think I'm going to continue to not love that. Point being that the boots is just really good with kitty cut purse, so I think I'm happy enough to play with that. And we're set up to make some big gold plays happen. We'll see. We'll see. This is definitely like a classic Wonder Waddle game so far. We don't have any expectation of using this gold to find tier 3 animals. Though, I mean, something like a stag is still going to be good. It just won't be insane. And we missed the second slay, so only 2 bonus gold. Brave Princess is a huge pickup here, as is Spellweaver and Blind Mouse. I'm kind of just thinking Spellweaver because of the free roll. I'm definitely taking Blind Mouse. I'll go for Spellweaver. I think that it's fine. And then I don't hate Golden Chicken. I also don't hate just Labyrinth Minotaur as a means to pump up all of these cats. And Spellweaver, yeah, maybe it is Labyrinth Minotaur. I mean, I think I have to pick up Golden Chicken too, is the awkward part, because we're Wonder Waddle. So am I locking Golden Chicken? Probably good enough. We're going to have a bunch of gold next turn, so I'll probably just... I don't know. Do I want to Shrink Ray or just buy the Golden Chicken? Maybe I'll just buy the Golden Chicken and then start rolling for mice. Start trying to get a lead there. We're using our first attack on a ranged unit, and then we're prioritizing getting kitty cut purse slays. So a little bit silly. We are going to slay with our first kitty, but then it goes down, and then we're not going to slay with our second one. We're instead going to give Geppetto a slay, but this is fine. Oh, we could go for double Baby Root supporting these, but I'm not worried about that. Now I think we probably have to do this, play it a little bit less greedy. It's free roll. Could take Romeo plus Lonely Prince. I don't hate that. I'm going to keep rolling though. Polywoggle's definitely something that we want at some point on this hero, but not right this second. I want to try to find Blind Mouse with not too much time left, but I don't know. Definitely playing it a little bit loose right now. We'll see how it all goes. I think we can play this kitty cut purse front line. Just looking for a big gold injection. And I think that the kitty cut purse is good to play front because otherwise it just won't get the bonus from Labyrinth Minotaur in the back. It's only 50-50 to get it. We've missed quite a few 50-50s in this game to get some really big gold infusions, but this looks like it's a good turn for us. There we go. Double kitty cut purse slay and a win against the Sphinx. That's great. Don't hate picking up a 4-4 or a 10-10. Both of these things are fine, or I just roll for Blind Mouse. I also don't hate the White Stag, just in general. Yeah, maybe I just pick it up for stats. And then roll for Mouse. That's really good. I could have rolled the die there, actually. Alright, now just Ring of Rage it. That's a bunch of stats. Polywoggle, roll, Golden Chicken, skips Puzzle Rune, like I've said, is quite good on this hero. That's going to mean a loss of the Fairy Tale, but that's fine. And then I think we sell off Golden Chicken and potentially buy Spellweaver, or potentially just roll for Polywoggle, but I'm going to buy a Spellweaver. And I'm going to cut Labyrinth Minotaur. I think that's okay to do. I could also do this. Okay, you know what? Let's just for glory rather than throwing in a roll. Next turn, we'll play Polywoggle in some capacity, potentially just even in slot 1. Hopefully we can upgrade the Polywoggle with this extra gold from the Kitty Cup Purse Sleigh. But we're going to have no problem winning this combat, so that's good. We're back in the game, free for glory. Sporko would be interesting here. Oh, Monster Book's a lot of fun too. That's really powerful. We could just take Crafty as a means to activate Wonder Waddle, but we've got Polywoggle and Spellweaver already building, and then potential Golden Chickens. Yeah, if we can complete the Polywoggle, that also adds some interesting options. Because then I think I'm just going to hang on to it and slay with it next turn. Might take this. Let's roll, try to find Golden Chicken Polywoggle, I think. All right, there's Golden Chicken. We replace the Puzzle Rune. We'll just replace it with... And Fountain of Youth literally does nothing. We'll just replace it with Bounty Board. That's fine. So now next turn we're level 5. And I think everything else that we're doing is fine for right now. We'll save the Golden Chicken to roll for Polywoggle next turn, replacing the Bounty Board with that, and then attacking in with a bootsed up Polywoggle that's upgraded with extra attack. And that should be enough to really do some crazy stuff. Wonder Waddle's still just as good as he's ever been. He did not need access to tripling level 3 animals. We're going to look back on this change in months and be like, what the heck was that game? That was Storybook Brawl? It really wasn't. Games where Wonder Waddle got to do Wonder Waddle things just wasn't fair, wasn't close, wasn't nice. And this is still all of those things. So we'll take the Polywoggle here. That's great. And I think I even just take like Needle Nose Daggers to give it just a slightly more attack. Now I've got a 12 attack Polywoggle. Like, I think that's how I'm supposed to play this, as silly as this looks. Could take something like Black Cat, provides a lot of stats with Needle Nose plus Ring. Really don't hate it. Let's see what other ways we can pop off this turn. Baba Yaga to give more stats to Polywoggle is also not crazy. I'm going to go for that. And the Kitty Cup Purse, because why not? Do I want health? Yeah, I'll take a health potion. It pumps up both of these mages. I don't hate another Baba Yaga, because there's a lot we could slay into that make that a lot of fun. Just going to grab this for now. Okay, now if we find a Jormungand, we probably just win. Though I think we're drawing live for a lot of other things right now, too. You know what? Let's do this. Let's lock onto True Love's Kiss, and what this gives us is a free roll if we don't like what the Polywoggle becomes. So say it becomes a Doom Breath or a Gumblegore, then we've got the chance to rebuy and change our minds. We're going to get both slays on Polywoggle and Kitty Cup Purse, so that is absolutely beautiful. Do we have the stats to get a kill? That's going to be close with the Sporko. Okay, Sporko hits favorably, and that's enough to get a win. So we keep our Needle Nose Daggers for whatever that's worth. We grab a Hercules. Okay, well, I'm definitely keeping that for a moment. It also doesn't need the bonus stats. So, I don't know. This is probably way too greedy, but it's funny. A tier 3 treasure. If we find Crystal Ball, I'll go for it. Do I want to make this a tier 7 treasure from Hercules? Probably. And then... we're just going to play this here. Yeah, there's no incentive to do that. I will play another monster book. I could play a prized pig here. I actually think that's somewhat reasonable, just because a 50-50 is incredibly large. Okay, I'll take a prized pig. That's a much better unit, but I've already picked up the pig. By blind mouse, roll. Let's just make that good. I feel like there's some use out of having a good Baba Yaga with a tier 7 treasure on the way. We're going to grab that tier 7 treasure this turn, so that's awesome. Good hits there. Let's see. Oh, that shrivel is insane. Here's the tier 7 treasure. Not greedy at all. Just Wonder Waddle things. Here's our tier 7, and that is going to be... probably gotta be Mirror Mirror. Mirror Mirror, I think, is just stronger than our other options. And then we have to decide, are we going Puff Puffs with Mirror Mirror? Are we going Friendly Spirit? I think that Medusa is quite good too. Hercules is funny. Sell off this. I don't know. Another Polywoggle could actually make it onto this board. I'll cast this because we're running out of time slightly. Okay, I'll take a tier 5 treasure, figure out what to do with that. In a moment, we could lose our hero power. How much is that? 10 attack? It's really not that much. And another tier 4 treasure. Fool's Gold, sure. Fool's Gold for next turn, I think seems fine. And Polywoggle, 60% to slay here. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. We're still going to win because of Hercules, but a little bit unfortunate, of course. Oop, that killed all of our units. Alrighty. And yeah, there's like something to a Hercules resummon, though we're just going to hope to True Love's Kiss this Hercules now that we've gotten the treasure out of it. It's a big Juliet. Oh, they clear our prize pig gold. That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay, so definitely grabbing this Polywoggle here. I think this is still big enough and good enough, especially up against the Ghost. Skipping the treasure, grabbing Echo Wood. Oh, I need to toss this Fool's Gold at some point, actually. Alright, so let's pick up another Blind Mouse. Alright, I like that. Triple Monster Book. And now I think I take Horn of Olympus. And I lose Fool's Gold. And we don't really have any sort of comp yet. At all. But I think I'll figure it out. Do I want to go? No, I think I would... Okay. Let's just do this now. Perfect, perfect. Because I want to go trees anyways. If this can slay into a tree, or potentially a Jormungand, I'll still take a Jormungand. Obviously, trees don't work with our tier 7 treasure, but we've got a new tier 6 unit in play. It would be cool if when a Polywoggle from a Mirror Mirror slays, you actually get it, but not quite going to be the case. Not quite. Wood does work on like your bounty boards and such, but nothing else. Ooh, they could maybe steal our Echo Wood. No, not quite. Oh, they could still. They could still steal a worse Echo Wood. Not gonna happen. Okay, so we've got a new upgraded character, and if that's a Burning Beard, then that's beautiful. Yeah, this is quite tempting, especially with the Horn of Olympus. So I think I'm gonna look for that as a strategy, to be honest. We're in so many different directions right now, but I think that that's ultimately gonna be the better one, the best one. We've got to find a River Wish Mermaid. Short of River Wish Mermaid, I just go Baba Yaga. I probably pick this up regardless. Do like the Hermes boots. We tossed our actual boots, which is awkward. Like, it's still definitely not too late to pick up a River Wish Mermaid. This is not a mirror board at all. But we can frontline the Echo Wood at some point, or we could still potentially find a Burning Beard in some capacity down the road. This might be better. Yeah, that's fine. I'll play a Spellweaver over a Jormungand. We'll figure out a comp eventually. Cupid takes that out, and we actually lose our Jormungand. Okay, that's a little rough. That's a little rough. And they've got a Pandora's Box incoming. Oh, I thought we took out their P. Thought we took out the P with that. Okay, a little bit awkward. Ooh, they take out the Doombreath. Oh, but Doombreath resummons in time to clear one support character. And then they've got a Phoenix Feather. They have got a lot going on here. So do we, but they've just got a little bit more. They said just a little bit more. If we can avoid, yeah, we needed to avoid Spellweaver getting attacked right there. It would have helped a lot, but take 11 down to 13. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we found ourselves with some really weird units from our Polywoggles that don't quite synergize, but maybe we can still get there. How much attack does Lance have here? Plus 9. It's not enough. It's to 23. 7 turns ago. We have to imagine this Merlin's bigger now. So it goes to 21, but then it'll be active for next turn. Maybe that's the play. Just because we can't get this Doombreath online without a River Wish Mermaid. The idea being that this slays here. If this Lance can slay, then we might be able to still just win this lobby. That helps it. That helps it slay. Should have maybe put in the Echo Wood, because the only way I win is if Lance slays here. Lance is 1 in 4 to slay. That doesn't help. Lance can't slay. Okay. Oh, wait. Monster Book. Can Monster Book help Lance slay? It's not impossible. Yeah, it needed to Piggo. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's not good enough. Needed to Piggo something relevant in the front line. Jormungand can still slay up against P? 50-50? Unlucky. Unlucky. So, we're not dead here. Oh, wow, this Jormungand survived somehow. Holy moly. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Still not going to matter. I still take 7 regardless. But I don't even know how that Jorm survived. That's crazy. Because I thought it came back with 0 health. How did it slay? I'm not sure. Another Yorm. Probably needed. I'd love to take P, though I just don't think it works. I'm going to cut my biggest unit for a Jormungand. Now we have trees. I need more attack on this lance. I probably should sell for Sporko, sell Golden Chicken, Ashwood Elm, Doom Breath, just to put in Sporko, because if this can slay, that's so, so, so good. This is a gamble. This is a gamble. It's just going to come down to first attack. But if we can get first attack here, that's a really big game. 50-50 to win. No Lex Givens in the chat. Let's see. 4th place if we lose. 50-50. Nice! Nice! That's a slay. That is huge. That activates Lancelot. That gives us absolutely massive Jormungand's and everything. We are going to lose our big Jormungand to Rotten Apple Tree, but it respawns. Oh, this is why it works. It respawns, and then the respawn ones. I did know that interaction. I just missed that it happened. So Jormungand Mirror Mirror is kind of a combo. Cupid is my opponent's only scam, though Oni Tyrant is a large character. It won't be large enough. That'll get us a win, and on to the top 3. Wow, okay. Cool. Lancelot activates. This gives us Evil Eye. We probably toss Ring of Rage. How big were their characters? Do I just have to toss Mirror Mirror? Because the +3 attack could just be too relevant to lose. Talking about guys in the 50s. I think I've got to toss my Mirror Mirror, and then I'm almost considering Boom Hilda for an additional 10 attack here. I think it's probably the play. Let's do it. That puts Lance up to 60. Now we can slay everything that they had last time. Oh wow, this is super tempting. As is this. This is a combo. Shoot. Let's Cycle Minotaur, buy River Wish Mermaid. I have to use the Boom Hilda, though, this turn. Maybe next turn I could go Medusa. Okay, that's a little bit rough, and we don't have our thing, but can Jormungand be enough? It's a big amount of slays on Jorm. We just have to get rid of this Sporko? No, but all of these things are going to attack too slowly. So, yeah, we're going to lose our Jorm. The Princess P comp is really good against the Slay comp because your Jorm just is so slow to get that second attack in there. So, unfortunately, that's a loss. But 3rd place, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, the Mirror Mirror would have worked out better for us against that board, but it's unlucky. They put together a really, really good board by the end. But what can you do?